Welcome to this medical biology lesson. Every week we have a lesson, and this time it is about the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is a network of tissues and organs in the body that helps maintain fluid balance, defense against infections, and the removal of waste products. The system consists of lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, the spleen, thymus, and tonsils. The lymphatic vessels transport lymph throughout the body. This is a clear fluid consisting of white blood cells, mainly lymphocytes, which are important for the immune system. Lymphatic vessels collect excess fluids from tissues and return them to the blood, which helps maintain fluid balance in the body. Lymph nodes are small bean-shaped structures that act as filters. They contain lymphocytes and other immune cells that fight infections and pathogens. Lymph nodes often swell during infections because they are active in fighting off invaders. The spleen is an organ in the left upper abdomen. It filters blood, destroys old or damaged red blood cells, and produces antibodies that fight infections. The thymus is a small organ behind the breastbone where T lymphocytes, a type of white blood cell, develop. The thymus is especially active during childhood and helps form a strong immune system. The tonsils are located in the throat and play a role in the initial defense against inhaled or swallowed pathogens. The lymphatic system and the circulatory system are both networks of vessels that are essential for transporting fluids throughout the body, but they have different functions and structures. The lymphatic system ensures the drainage of excess interstitial fluid, tissue fluid, transports fats from the intestines, and plays an important role in the immune system by fighting infections. The circulatory system ensures the transport of oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to tissues and organs and removes carbon dioxide and waste products from the body. Lymph nodes are small, bean-shaped structures that are part of the lymphatic system and play a crucial role in the immune system. They act as filters for the lymphatic fluid flowing through the body and help fight infections and remove harmful substances. Lymph nodes are located throughout the body, but are especially common in clusters in specific locations, such as the neck, armpits, and groin. Lymph fluid flows through the lymph nodes via the lymphatic vessels. Once foreign substances enter a knot, they are identified by the white cells present, which then initiate an immune response. This allows the lymph node to act as a checkpoint where the body can detect and attack pathogens before they can spread further. Lymph nodes are therefore an essential part of the immune system because they help the body to recognize infections early and initiate a rapid immune response. The spleen is an organ located in the upper left part of the abdominal cavity, just below the diaphragm and behind the stomach. It is part of both the lymphatic system and the immune system and plays an important role in the body's defenses, storing and recycling blood cells and filtering the blood. The spleen acts as a filter for the blood. Old, damaged, or abnormal red blood cells are broken down and removed in the spleen. The spleen also contains white blood cells that are important for fighting infections. The spleen is also a storehouse for blood cells and platelets. In emergency situations, such as severe blood loss, the spleen can release some of this stored blood to increase circulating blood volume. In the spleen, old red blood cells are broken down and the iron is reused. Pathologies in the lymphatic vessels can range from infections and inflammations to tumors and congenital abnormalities. Lymphedema is caused by a blockage or damage to the lymphatic vessels, which prevents lymph from draining properly. This leads to swelling, usually in the arms or legs. Causes include congenital abnormalities, primary lymphedema, surgery to remove lymph nodes, infections, or radiation. Lymphangitis is an inflammation of the lymphatic vessels, usually caused by a bacterial infection such as streptococcus or staphylococcus. The infection often occurs after a skin wound and spreads through the lymphatic vessels. Symptoms include redness, swelling, pain, and sometimes fever. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma and Hodgkin lymphoma are cancers that arise in lymphocytes, a type of white blood cell in the lymphatic vessels. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma and Hodgkin lymphoma can spread throughout the lymphatic system and affect various organs. Thank you for taking this class. I hope you found the material useful and interesting and that it has given you insight into the fascinating world of anatomy, physiology, and pathology. Your presence makes it valuable to teach a class every week, and I am happy to see attendance increasing. You can also read the course material via our website, humanbodytour.com. Next week, we will work again on a new topic that builds on what we covered today. Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for topics you would like to discuss? Please feel free to post them in the comments. Your input helps us to tailor the lessons as best as possible to your learning needs. I look forward to seeing you again next week.